Lakers came to town, they looked a little different, though. They were without LeBron James in uniform off of a good performance from AD and that man Kyle Kuzma. They came away with a win. LeBron does so much for this team, Jalen. What was it like to see them without him?
Well, it was basically unlocking what could be some young, talented forwards playing quality minutes if they didn't have an MVP level, future Hall of Fame, 35-year-old, 17th year guy that really is so very dominant at this point of his career in LeBron James. It unlocked Kyle Kuzma, and it allows you to feature Anthony Davis. That's really what it kind of gave you a glimpse of. And I came into the season acknowledging that if the Lakers are going to win it all, it's because Kyle Kuzma is going to elevate himself into a big three along with those two guys. But when you get hurt playing Team USA, you start training camp injured, the team gets off to a great start, and LeBron really plays up front with AD and kind of plays your position and really playing your minutes. It's really no way to integrate you back in the situation. You have to get in where you fit in. But each time Kuzma gets extended minutes, he continues to be really productive.
Kuzma will be very helpful for them and a big contributor come playoff time when they make that run. But even though it was fun to watch Kuzma and AD on the floor, it was more fun to watch LeBron James just sort of free of responsibility, just watching the game like you or I, like a fan, because he really seemed to enjoy himself. There he is making jokes with Danny Green. But Jalen, just tell me what you see from James's body language on the sideline.
He was enjoying himself. He living his best life. He suited and booted, got $1 million worth of jewelry on, got his top pin or brooch or something that he probably saw an OG rocking back in the day. His haircut super crisp. He ain't have to wear a do-rag. His team is the best record in the Western Conference. He got more money than God. His kids are successful. His wife is beautiful. Like, he living his best life. That's what load management should be.
Wait, load management. What about the sore groin, Jalen? That's an injury. He had an injury. He was injured. That was a groin injury. What do you mean load management, Jalen? What do you mean?
That's OG in-season load management. It's one thing for a guy to play, 10, 12 years and take a night off. It's another thing where a guy's 27 years old. Like, it's way different.
Fair. Well, someone who actually is injured is, on the Warriors, Steph Curry. There were some reports that maybe he would come back this Sunday, but then they refuted that report. Well, they're going to meet on Friday to create a plan for Steph Curry's return from hand surgery. Jalen, if you were in that meeting, what would you suggest that plan be?
I would suggest giving Steph Curry at least 10 nice games to play this year. Just to allow him to play the game that he loves, put in some work. If he wasn't in the NBA, he'd be somewhere playing ball anyway. Dad was in the league. Brother's currently in the league. He had a hand injury. It's not like he have a foot injury or a knee injury or something to his lower extremities. So therefore, if he's healthy, I wouldn't have him going 40 minutes full throttle for every game for the remainder of the season. But I'll give him a nice 10, 15 game stretch where he can get a sweat in and salvage something for this regular season.
I think that makes sense. Jalen, the Thunder beat the Kings last night for their 5th straight win. And just take a look at this stat. I found this really interesting. What they have done is they have won 15 games when trailing entering the fourth quarter. That's almost double the nearest. Jalen, what does that tell you about their team that they've come back and won 15 times so far this season?
Well, they have multiple players that can dribble, pass, and shoot. And when you look at their collection of their team, you really don't know who you want to try to feature as it relates to stopping. They have a three-headed monster at the guard position with SGA, CP3, and Schrader. And when you go up front, they got tall wings like Gallinari that can make threes and drive. Steven Adams was your guy. He's going to play with effort. So they have so many different players that can show up and give you a productivity on a nightly basis. And again, I want to give Billy Donovan a lot of credit. It seems like the Kings are having it seems like the Thunder are having the kind of season that people thought the Kings would have, and yet they're still balling.
They really are. I did not expect the Thunder to be this good, but then when you watch the games, you're like, oh yeah, they do have a lot of weapons. And Schroeder, who people don't talk about that much, he's averaging 19 points a game. Really impressive.
What's up? Thank you so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. Don't forget to download the ESPN app, and if you want more premium content, which you do, make sure that you subscribe to ESPN+. See you soon.